Good morning, everyone. Today again, we are here with one more step of live session of Shobit University on customizing skills for the new normals with pandemic by Dr. Narotam Sharma. Dr. Narotam Sharma is senior scientist and head laboratories DNA lab is Center for Applied Sciences, Dehradun, Uttarakhand. He was also former scientist at Central Molecular Research Laboratory and in charge Swine Flu Lab, SGRR University, Dehradun. He completed many projects on molecular biology and genetic engineering, diagnostic and analysis, and many more. He was awarded by Young Scientist Award in Uttarakhand State Science and Technology Congress 2017-18. He honored by many more awards. He is doing a wonderful work in this area. On behalf of entire Shobit University, myself, Dr. Divya Prakash, welcome you, Dr. Narotam, for this session. Thank you for giving your time. Dr. Narotam, first I want to say something about my university. Shobit University was established in 2013. Since 2013, we are giving BSc and MSc courses in biotechnology, biomedical sciences, and microbiology. We are also offering Master of Philosophy in these areas in the School of Biological Engineering and Sciences of Shobit University, Gangu. So, without taking no more time, we must start the knowledgeable session with Dr. Narottam, and I'm damn sure that audience, especially the students, will get benefit after this session. Dr. Narottam, may I start?
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for
yeah.
inviting me.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Narottam, I want to ask, what is the demanding upcoming areas for biomedical sciences, biotechnology, and microbiology students?
Yeah, ma'am. So, because you have appropriately kept the theme of this co-learning that I think Shobit University has started. So, I first of all congratulate you, ma'am, for this
Yeah, thank
wonderful
you.
initiative. So,
Yeah.
we are seeing this as a new normal because lockdown started in March.
Yeah.
23rd March, from 23rd March onwards. So now, after 4 months, we have to at least go with this new normal itself because it is now new normal. People are going to the offices and all. It means commuters are coming out with certain precautions and guidelines which is given by the government of India as well as with the respective states and all. So at least for biomedical students, because Shobit University is with the biomedical MS in biomedical sciences, microbiology, biotechnology, and all. So this is again very important scenario as well as opportunity for the young researcher, especially in this pandemic era as well as during this pandemic as well as in post pandemic, because in research the students can go. I can see like there are so many research position that is there in CSIR Institute, because this CSIR Institute all across India, they are with so many projects, especially in coronavirus. Especially some people, they are preparing vaccines, like you can see Bharat Biotech, then Zydus Cadila, one of my colleague as well as one of my student, I can say Dr. Deepak Sharma. He is in the team which is preparing the vaccine for coronavirus in Zydus Cadila.
Okay.
One of my, yeah, he's working over
Yeah.
there. So you can have his session with you also. I will request him. He can spare the time, and he's the member in preparation of this coronavirus, and they're preparing this nucleic acid based vaccine, DNA vaccines for coronavirus, Zydus Cadila as well as NIV Pune, that is National Institute of Virology Pune. They are preparing this vaccine. So for biomedical students, CSIR Institute, ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research, they are giving so much weightage to setting up of the laboratories, research laboratories, diagnostic centers, all these, even in small quarantine centers and all, microbiologists, these biomedical professionals are much required in basic laboratories also. I'm saying that if the students will focus on learning the basic things, they are not going to prepare the big satellite and all, but they should focus on the small things, like because there are so many students that bypass the basic things also, and they want to learn the hi-fi only. So my dear students, those who are listening, so you should learn from the basics, because if you will keep on means giving emphasis on short things in the laboratories, in the professional things and all, it is going to build up your career. That is very much required. So because this is again very demanding in diagnostic area, Dr. Lal, Renbexy, Religear, J Mitra, Biocon, Beckman Coulter, 3B Black Biotech. There are n number of companies in India. I am talking about Seagen. There are so many companies which is working in this diagnostics, research, kit developments and all. So it is up to the students how they are taking care of their lockdown, right? Because for some of the students it can be opportunity, and some of the students they don't want to give the exams also. So they, because this can be an excuse, but
Yeah, they may be.
because from the point of parents concern, it is also very much required, like with these precautionary things we have to, because until or unless you will not get vaccinated, we cannot predict when the vaccine is coming. So we
Yeah,
cannot keep on predicting like when the vaccine is coming. So it is basically until or unless you will not get vaccinated, we are not very much sure that when it is going to come.
yeah. Yeah, Dr. Narotam, can you discuss the applications of tools in framing careers?
Yeah, this is again very
Yeah,
much important, because
yeah,
as syllabus wise, student used to learn so many things. But especially when we talk about the basic tools and application, which things you have to at least study, which things you have to learn, which tools and techniques you should be having skills so that you will be hired, right? I am just taking some of the examples. पहले क्या होता था blood bank में? I am just giving an example in blood bank and all. When you are going for the blood donation, right? So
yeah,
screening was done by simple this CLIA as well as through serological methods, right? HIV, HBV, cytomegala, torch panel was there and all. But now it is an era of molecular diagnostics in blood bank also. I'm giving this thing. Like wherever there is blood transfusion and blood banks, NAT is there now, that is nucleic acid amplification technologies. There is also the requirement, because there are so
yeah,
many things. I will not go into the technical details of those parameters and all, but this is very much required in Chandigarh, PGI, Rohtak, in all the medical sectors, in liver and biliary disease in Delhi, in AIMS, New Delhi, AIMS Rishikesh, and all the AIMS, they are equipped with blood transfusion laboratories. There is also a demand for biomedical professionals. Second important thing, when we talk about the cancer, molecular oncology, there is also a demand, because like liver cancer, colon cancer, cervical cancer, rectal cancer, blood cancer, and all, means it is basically the requirement of the skilled professional, those who knows how to do the things practically, as well as they know some of the scientific contents with regards to this oncology. So there is a big boom in this sector. I'm not talking about the foreign universities or the foreign institutes, especially in India, right? There are Tata Memorial Cancer Research is there, all the medical universities and colleges, they are well equipped with all the laboratories which can take care of this oncology departments and all, like EGRF, KRAS, BRCA1, BRCA2 in this breast cancer. In there are early genes mutation in cervical cancer, and there are some of the virus like herpes simplex virus for skin cancer. Then this HCC, that is hepatocellular carcinoma. These all are some of the things that is causing various. These are the etiological agents that is responsible for causing this cancer and all. So much required. The students are much required in these arenas. And there are other works like QC, quality control in pharmaceutical industries, then in food industries, dairy industries are there, quality controls, because in DBT is going to at least have quality control workshops for another 3 to 4 months. There they will be giving the training to the students, as well as that is 100% job oriented program. So DNA Lab has applied for that course also. and if we will
Yeah.
our lab will be recognized by the DBT and all, we will definitely be doing this program in collaboration with the state nodal agency, that is Uttarakhand State Science and Technology. So
Yes.
for learners, there are so much things. So at least this is also the responsibility of the students. It is not like that if something is given to the students, so they are giving it after 2 months or 3 months. So it also depends upon their dedications too. Because I have connected through this mobile now, so I think there is some uh,
Issues.
yeah, issues. Yeah, ma'am.
Dr. Nora, I think so. Continue the Dr. Nora, how you can say students can have a application biologist?
Yeah, this is a
Yeah,
very important thing. Yeah,
yeah.
this is very important thing. कई बच्चों को लैब का काम तो अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन वो लैब में काम नहीं करना चाहते हैं.
Huh.
But they don't want to write down the PO form for the bank and all. They want to at least stick into their fields only. अगर मुझे माइक्रोबायोलॉजी, मैंने एमएससी माइक्रोबायोलॉजी किया है, लेकिन मुझे अपने ही फील्ड में रहना है, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी हूँ और बायोमेडिकल प्रोफेशनल का हूँ मैं. So I want to stick into my field. I don't want to jump into the different arenas. I don't want to jump into the different areas. So my dear students, you because we cannot teach much of the biology to the managers like MBA people and all. So biotechnologists can be a good managers, right? So there is actually the good jobs, means very good jobs in terms of the salary wise also. For example, अभी मैं बात करूंगा, अभी हमारा जो काई सिम्फनी है, काई एजिलिटी है, रियल टाइम पीसीआर है, सीक्वेंसर वगैरह है, वो इंस्टॉल होता है आपके रोहतक है, पीजीआई है, पंचकुला में है, हरियाणा साइड है, यहाँ पर आपके मेरठ में है, मेरठ मेडिकल कॉलेज में है, सुभारती में स्टार्ट हो गया है, ट्रू नेट का स्टार्ट हो गया. तो वहाँ बायोटेक्नोलॉजी और माइक्रोबायोलॉजी को प्रेफर करते हैं. Either you talk for marketing, either you talk for sales, either you talk for the application part, application scientist, application consultant, sales, marketing and all. There are the requirement of the good biotechnologist, microbiologist, biochemist, as well as those who are to the relevant field in these arenas also. I can give few names where the students can apply, like Roche Molecular Diagnostic. It is a Switzerland-based company, but it is working very good in India from the past 15 to 20 years. Roche, Kaizen, Cepheid, Molbio, under Make in India, they are doing good work. This is Tulip company that was working earlier in most of the fields. They are doing good work. Molbio, TrueNat, it is also there, because students have to learn these technologies so that they can earn a good handsome salary with their skills only. If they are not interested in the laboratory works, that's what actually you asked me. I'm like, in application scientists, in
Yeah, in application.
application fields, how they can move. In Meerut, in Subharti and all, there is the requirement of application scientist by Molbio. True, that is TrueNet is the instrument from Molbio company. There is Kaizen, Roche, Cepheid, gene expert is there. In tuberculosis, we are not with only one disease, that is coronavirus and all. Tuberculosis, for tuberculosis we have n number of applications in all the RNTCP center. Revised national control tuberculosis control program, there is much requirement of you people, right? Apart from these virology laboratories, other industries and all. So if you want to have the jobs related to the application fields, there are so many, but you should be having good skills theoretically as well as practically also. That is very much required.
Yeah. Okay, Dr. Narotam, now we discuss about that. I want to ask what were the areas of research and development in post-pandemic era?
Yeah, ma'am. That is, I think we have covered this thing, like, because when we talk about the post-pandemic as well as in the current
Post-pandemic.
arena,
Yeah,
yeah,
correct.
yeah. So many, because research associate, SRF, JRF, because there are so many projects under so many scientists in different CSIR, ICMR, and in ICR laboratory, which is working with so many good projects. So they will be requiring all these things. So this is again very much required in post pandemic arena too, as well as like after post pandemic. There is basically the requirement of the new products, especially like even sanitizer, basic requirement, mask, very basic requirement. The laboratory equipments, accessories, very basic requirement, right? So those companies or those research laboratories which is taking care of all these things. For example, uh, uh, we are not supposed to wear this simple mask in the laboratories, so it should be approved by NIOH, that is National Institute for Occupational Health and all. So students should learn like how they should get fit into as per the norms by the CSIR institutes or ICMR institutes or this National Virology Institute and all to fit into the industries. So there are so many jobs after post pandemic that can be there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Dr. Narotam, you discussed about the post-pandemic era. May I know how you correlate 2020 with the career? Because this is a lockdown period and all the things are going on.
Exactly.
Everybody is afraid of this COVID-19. So I want
This
to
is
know what is your thought about the 2020 and career?
career that is actually very much required. If in lockdown as well as in 2020, if someone is providing a job, I think it will be a very good concern for those companies or those industries or for those universities also.
Yeah.
So we have to shift the gear also. There are so many programs, even because there are some of the projects that the government is providing, like students can formulate their own entrepreneurship programs. It is not like if you will be requiring so many certifications for starting any entrepreneurship and all, right? Because they have customized all the things in such a way so that certification can be easily done. MSME, DBT, state nodal agencies, state biodiversity board. In every state, it is there, right? If you will go to the website, like what are the basic requirements that you can start your own internship programs and all, right? You can get collaborated with them. I am just giving an example because we have formulated one more this registered society in lockdown itself in 20, in this arena itself. So what actually we are going to do is we are going to get collaborated with Uttarakhand Biodiversity Board, where we will be at least taking care of some of the villages biodiversity, some of the raw material like Patanjali. Baba Ramdev is preparing so many things, but he will be requiring byproducts. So from where they will be getting. So in every state there is biodiversity board. I am giving example of these things to those students who are from biotechnology, microbiology and biomedical professionals. Like if you are not with any of the jobs, biodiversity board, you can prepare or you can meet them, right? And after meeting them, they will give you some of the projects, like from the past, I think 2 years, we are doing these projects in different remote areas of Uttarakhand, where we are providing the raw material to the companies, Dabur, Renbexy, these all those who are formulating this Ayurvedic based formulations and all. It is not only about
I think so there is some network issue. Are you
yeah, ma'am.
hearing? Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I can hear you, ma'am.
yeah. To In the continuation, I want to ask Dr. Narotam, what are the modern tools and techniques in current era and for future hope and scope? How you can
Exactly,
say
exactly.
that? Yeah.
When we talk about our areas itself, like the technologies, like you have already taken this core learnings like microscopy, the basic tools and technologies. This NAT, I have given example, that is nucleic acid amplification technologies. There are n number of instrument that is being installed, that is being running, that is functional, that is in utility with so many application in different laboratories and institute. So student has to learn. Student should be very much curious about NSG, that is next generation sequence, NGS, next generation sequencing and all, right? Students must be curious about the various extraction systems for the nucleic acid. Like there are manual as well as there are fully automatic system that is into the existence. I can give you example like Chi Symphony, robotic is there, then magnetic based protocols is there, true net preparation is there, cartridge based technologies are there, right? So real time PCR, different types of the real time PCR, what are its application? Maybe you can see like polymerase chain reaction is a yes to new no. It is a very important technology that is being utilized by most of the industries. So there are thousands of application of the PCR. Real-time PCR is the gold standard for the coronavirus testing. Why you are not learning the RT-PCR technology for the coronavirus test and you can get the jobs, right? So if the students are learning all these things properly, there are some of the accreditations that the student should learn, like NABL, NABH for hospital, NABL for laboratory, CAB, that is College of CAP, sorry, College of American Pathologists. These are basically the accreditation for the laboratories that the student should learn. For example, you are going to AIMS New Delhi for the interview, and that is NABL laboratory, which is a research lab. They will ask like what are the tools and techniques you know, and how you will be learning with biosafety precautions and all. So again, the basic thing, it is a very easy to throw like blood stained cotton into the dustbin. But what is actually the criteria and how you are discarding that blood stained cotton, that is very important. How it is going, where it is going, that is very much required.
Hmm.
So the basics as well as advancements we have to learn.
Yeah. Not Narotam, actually, every faculty and every institute, every university wants that their students must involve the research. I also
Exactly.
wish. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
want to know, can you tell me about your views on the research publication as well as the importance of research, especially for the students, because it's a very tough task.
Exactly.
The students are busy in their
Exactly.
studies and they don't want to come into the research area. So how you can say that they must know what is the importance of the research and for their studies. Can you give your
Exactly,
views?
ma'am.
Yeah.
This is very much important because the student used to live in hypothetical world up to MSc first semester or second semester. They are in a hypothetical world because whenever
Hmm.
they are in the last semester, whenever they are going to at least pass out, then they are that sort of that is going to be over. सो दिस इज वेरी मच
Exactly.
रिक्वायर्ड बिकॉज
Yeah.
हम भी ऐसे ही थे कॉलेज में, ऐसा नहीं है, लेकिन ये
Yes.
हमारी ड्यूटी है अब बताना बच्चों को कि एटलीस्ट इन लास्ट सेमेस्टर यू मस्ट एटलीस्ट फोकस ऑन सम projects, good projects, laboratory
Yeah.
skills, definitely, at least publication. Those who are interested in research arenas, even not in research arenas and all, students should be at least updated with what actually is happening. For example, your interest is in biofertilizer production and all. So students should at least publish a paper like what is the
At least.
biofertilizer, what is basically the key component, how it is working, what is the basic principle, up to date, right? What is the latest things that is happening, these agripreneurship and biofertilizer production and all. So the things which is not documented is not done. For example, you are doing so many things in the laboratory. If you are not documenting in the form of short communication, in the form of research publication, in the form of review article, in the form of any sort of commentary, it is not done. It will not be considered as done. So this is again very important for the students because in good journal, at least they should publish their one or two papers. One of my student actually he came from Kurukshetra University. There are n number of examples I can give. Now he got job due to research publication only in Hisar Agriculture University. He's the SRF in lockdown itself. So he has 12 publications and he is doing
Okay.
wonderful.
Very well.
So
That's good.
what actually I want to convey, whether even the BSc student, one of the BSc student, she is employed in DNA lab and she has published a paper in lockdown itself in Gene in that
Okay.
is Elsevier Journal. Yeah, she is BSc. She is a BSc
Okay.
student. So it depends upon the students, right? Because biotechnology, microbiology, biochemistry, these are now the common things. So execution is very important. Your dedication, if you really want to at least write down some of the review articles and all. For review, there is no need of the laboratories. And in the labs, if you are working, so whatever the data on which you are preparing, on which you are working, it should be published properly with the prior consent of your authorized signatories as well as the head of the institutions, uh,
Hmm.
means as guided by the supervisors. So this is very
Yeah.
much required, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Dr. Natam, I think so. One more thing I must ask, that is, can you discuss the entrepreneurship and the rules of funding agencies for the startups? Because we have discussed about the research as well as the biotechnology and the scope also. So I think I must ask, what are
This
the
is
your views?
this is again very important, because students, this is very much important. Like some different minds, if they will get collaborated, they can do huge. They can do huge. For example, if you are going for the work, if you are doing any sort of the job, that is fine. But say there are some of the students that has the potential to do their own startups, their own business. DBT is
Yeah,
giving funding for women scientists. If you are not doing like after MSc, if you are not doing anything at least for the duration of 2 years, young these women scientist schemes are there with Department of Science and Technologies, those who want to work. Already I am saying that, for example, if you are looking for any laboratory and if you are applying for the women scientist scheme, you can come to the DNA laboratory. We will provide you the setups, we will provide you the infrastructure, we will provide you the all these things, right? And
okay.
in universities also you can. So for women it is a very good scheme. In DBT also there are so many funding criterias which they are giving in the states. As I have already told you, like you can start up your registered firm. Through the registered firm, you can start up some of the working with the biodiversity board of the state science and technology. Like in UP, it's in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh State Science and Technology. You can at least see their website. There are so many schemes by which you can get the fund, right? In ICMR, like with some of the research institutes, you can get collaborated with some other things, right? And for industry oriented, because industries like अब देखो इम्यून सिस्टम बढ़ाना है, तो एटलीस्ट जो हमारे फॉर्मुलेशन आ रहे हैं, सप्लीमेंट्स आ रहे हैं, चाहे आपका एक सिंपल काढ़ा का पैकेट ही आ रहा है, दे रिक्वायर द रॉ मटेरियल फ्रॉम द विलेजेस इटसेल्फ. So why you are not connecting why you are not becoming that source that can connect the raw material to directly to the pilot industries? So there are so many. We have to.
Yeah. Dr. Narotam, Afifa, actually live comments are here. So Afifa is want to ask you, is there a scope for biotechnology in space science?
Space science, yeah, because in space scientists and all, because there are some of the biosensors they are developing, some of the bioformulations they are developing. Because Indian Space ISRO and all, they used to hire these biotechnologists, and especially those R&D people who want to cater their career in this space organizations. I one more important thing, like this DRDO is hiring biotechnologists, scientists and all. Defense research
Okay.
organizations, it is also linked with this space. And in CFTRI, Central
Okay.
Food, yeah, it's in Mysore, in there's this Karnataka. They are hiring the
Okay.
biomedical professional itself. They are preparing such sort of formulation that easily can be utilized in space and all, in aeronautical space and all. So science is all about collaboration. They are preparing devices which can sense the viruses in the environment itself.
Dr. Narotam, I think so this is a very wonderful session and very knowledgeable session, I think so. The audience, I want to say about for the audience, if you want to drop any query, you can drop it in your live chat. Right? Just a minute, Dr. Narotam, I have to say. Anybody want
Yeah.
to ask something? Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, I think so. Time is going to up. So I would like to speak in a, that the audience feel a change in their knowledge box after attending your session, Dr. Narotam. So
Okay.
if the students are not able to ask your queries during this live session, you can drop your message and we will answer you with the help of the offline tracks. Thank you, Dr.
Definitely, ma'am. At
Narotam,
any
for
time.
this wonderful and the knowledgeable session also. Thank you, audience. Take care of your
Thank
health.
you.
Stay healthy.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.